Hi, my name is Ella. In this presentation we'll examine how social media affordances enable LGBTQIA+ individuals to construct safe and supportive communities for self-expression, particularly when offline environments are unsafe or inaccessible. To explore this, I have examined the Reddit community and subreddit r/comingout as a key case study. Analyzing posts and interactions within this community, this presentation demonstrates how social media affordances facilitate the formation of a supportive online community. This presentation focuses on the Reddit community r/comingout, a subreddit where users share experiences related to coming out and seek advice and share support. Reddit is a social media platform that is structured around anonymous participation, allowing users to create accounts without revealing their real-world identity. Content is organized through engagement where people can comment and upvote, increasing visibility and interaction. This study draws upon an analysis of posts from this subreddit, examining the posts themselves and how others interact and respond. These posts include expressions of identity, requests for advice, and personal anecdotes. These were analyzed to identify patterns in how users communicate, support one another, and form connections within this community. I chose this case study as r/comingout is a highly relevant example of a space where LGBTQIA+ users actively navigate identity disclosure, support, and community formation in a context where offline environments might not be suitable to do so. Over the past 2 decades, social media has become a central space for communication, allowing users to connect across geological and social boundaries. As Karen Hayes described, social media can be understood as a digital environment built around user-generated content, interaction, and networked communication. Within this environment, Axel Brunn's concept of network publics explains how communities are not pre-existing groups but are formed through shared identity. This is particularly significant for the LGBTQIA+ community as it allows supportive spaces for self-expression to form online. These publics are shaped by what Butcher and Hellman define as a platform affordance, which are known as the features of a platform that enable and constrain communication and connection. These affordances allow users to connect with others who share similar experiences or identities, regardless of location. For marginalized groups, features such as pseudonymity, participatory interaction, and algorithmic recommendation are especially important in creating safe environments for expression. In this context, Reddit has become a space where individuals can seek belonging, recognition, validation, and support when offline environments like home, school, or local communities may be unsafe or unwelcoming. Reddit therefore becomes a space where belonging and support and connection are produced through these theories and conditions. When analyzing posts, it was found that there are 3 key affordances within the subreddit that facilitate community and connection. These include anonymity, participatory interaction, and algorithmic connection. The affordance of anonymity on Reddit shapes how identity disclosure occurs by enabling users to safely express aspects of their identity when seeking support or advice. Anonymity, as described by Butcher and Hellman, function as a platform affordance, which shapes the conditions under what interaction occurs. Anonymity enables users to safely disclose aspects of their identity when seeking support or advice, and shapes how identity disclosure occurs on Reddit. Across the posts, users frequently reference limitations in their offline environments. For example, one user states they are coming out here because they can't publicly, which highlights the constraints placed on their self-expression in everyday life, which can possibly impact users' well-being, as the inability to express identity publicly can contribute to feelings of isolation. This demonstrates how offline environments can restrict identity disclosure due to fear of rejection, judgment, or harm. This is supported by Sasha, who states that the internet has been identified to be a place where many LGBTQ+ individuals are coming out, finding peers, and seeking help because of the prevailing ignorance and prejudice about LGBTQ+ issues in offline contexts. Highlighting how online environments provide safer alternatives for identity disclosure, Reddit provides a pseudonymous space where users can engage without revealing their real-world identity. This means individuals can remain fully anonymous or adopt usernames that do not reveal personal information, reducing risk of personal consequence when participating. As a result, this anonymity becomes an enabling condition for self-expression. It encourages users to share highly personal experiences like coming out stories, emotional struggles, or requests for advice, without exposing themselves to offline consequences, creating a sense of safety where users feel comfortable articulating identity-based concerns that they can't express elsewhere. Anonymity does not reduce the vulnerability it takes to share this information, but it does mediate potential risks by having control over identity disclosure. This reinforces Butcher and Hellman's idea that affordances do not simply facilitate communication, but actively shape the interaction. Overall, this allows identity exploration to become possible within a controlled and safe digital environment and supports feelings of belonging within a community and reduces isolation for users who might not have access to supportive offline spaces. The second key affordance is participatory interaction, which demonstrates how community is actively produced through user engagement, where users can comment and engage with a post. This reflects Jenkins, Ito, and Boyd's concept of participatory culture, where users are not passive consumers, but active contributors who believe their participation matters in shaping community meaning and support. The analyzed posts demonstrate consistent patterns of users responding to one another with encouragement, advice, validation, and shared experiences. For example, one user asks for internet hugs before coming out due to uncertainty about their family's reaction as a way of actively reaching out for support. In response, they receive multiple comments offering reassurance, empathy, and emotional support. In another instance, a user who has no one else offline to come out to chooses to share their experience in the thread with other users, responding with congratulations and messages of solidarity. These interactions highlight how Reddit's commenting affordance and the encouragement of participatory interaction function as a space for collective support. Users don't only seek help but also actively contribute to the emotional well-being of others. Many responses include personal coming out stories, advice on navigating difficult conversations, reassurance, or the validation of others' feelings. It allows for one post to become a collective exchange of advice and support, offering different perspectives and building a community. This process creates peer support when knowledge and guidance are shared across the community rather than provided by a single authoritative source. Through repeated interaction, individual experiences are reframed as shared experiences, helping to normalize feelings of uncertainty, fear, and vulnerability. Participatory interaction and the comments shown that community is not just a feature, but something that is built through ongoing engagement and support between users. Algorithmic visibility on Reddit shapes how Brunn's concept of network publics are created, where communities are formed through engagement and interaction rather than physical proximity. On Reddit, posts are organized and ranked through engagement metrics such as upvotes and comments. This means that content which receives higher engagement becomes more visible to others. Posts that express vulnerability or seek emotional support often generate significant interaction. This increased engagement increases the visibility, allowing them to reach wider audience and communities. As a result, visibility is not random, but is shaped by the collective user behavior. A clear example of this is evident in a post where the user describes feeling physically stuck and unsure how to come out to their religious parents. The post receives numerous supportive responses, with users offering advice, reassurance, and shared experiences, showing the user is not alone in their situation. As engagement increases, the post becomes more prominent within the subreddit, meaning more users encountering similar situations are able to access it. This creates a feedback loop where vulnerability attracts engagement and engagement further increases visibility. This then enables additional users to connect with the post, helping to build a community of shared experiences. Importantly, this process helps users realize that their experiences are not isolated, and instead they are part of a broader collective of individuals navigating similar challenges. Algorithmic visibility aids to connect these users based on their shared experiences, and in this context plays an active role of facilitating community formation and network publics. It does not simply organize the content, but shapes what voices are amplified and pushes posts that are more widely experienced. For LGBTQIA+ users who may lack safe offline environments, this visibility is crucial in turning isolation into connection and allowing individuals to find support without exposing themselves to offline risk. Overall, this analysis demonstrates how social media affordances on Reddit, specifically within the r/coming-out community, enable LGBTQIA+ individuals to form safe and supportive spaces for identity expression when offline environments may be restrictive or unsafe. The three key affordances identified Anonymity, participatory interaction, and algorithmic visibility work together to facilitate this process. Anonymity allows users to control identity disclosure and engage in self-expression without fear of offline consequences, creating a safer environment for sharing personal experience. Participatory interaction further strengthens this by enabling users to actively construct community through commenting, where advice, validation, and emotional support is exchanged between peers. Finally, algorithmic visibility amplifies these interactions by increasing the reach of posts that generate engagement, particularly those that express vulnerability. This ensures that users encountering similar experiences are more likely to find connection and support. Together, these affordances illustrate how Reddit functions as a network public where communities are formed through participation, enabling LGBTQIA+ users to find belonging and support and express themselves in online environments when offline ones might not be possible.